The sand whispers a name upon the golden beach, travelling across the blue ripples of the sea, till it reaches the ear of the lover, who upon hearing calls out the name. And so love begins, without rhyme or reason. It begins, like the flower that grows from the earth, without a man placing even a seed. The mystery and miracles of God's nature, invisible to even the purest hearts of man. The lover, the man, seeks to find the love of which he only has a name. He searches with his eyes, and yet he cannot find, for the love he seeks has no face that he can recognize. The love he seeks is without form, is within his heart, and like a seed it is growing. The word has entered, and shall it grow, atom by atom, cell by cell, until it has grown, and upon the day when it has grown, his heartbeat shall echo its given name, and every heart around the globe shall shudder as it hears the beat, beating out in kind rhythm its owner's name, and upon the heart shall it touch the one it's intended, and then shall within that heart a further growing take place, to lead it to the path that shall unite those chosen two hearts. And so love shall be united in one, and upon every heartbeat in union shall they beat, and upon every soulful kiss upon lips with the name tenderly go back and forth, making the love stronger and stronger, and upon every look within each other's eyes shall the love develop and grow, each seeing within love's soul, till the love shall encase both lovers, invisible to even the purest of hearts of man, and shall like a bubble it rain down from heaven above blessing, colors like rainbows streaming across the smooth surface of this invisible bubble, that shall nurture the lovers within, like a mother does her baby in the womb, without thought or action. Love is a blessing that can be brought or taken away, that can be abused or cherished, that can come and go. Love is the purest of all human emotions. Love is the birth of every great man or woman. Love is the feeling that takes your breath away, that holds you ransom until love is once again united. Love is the greatest feeling in the world. Shall I tell you now, as a poet, to every reader, the very essence behind every word he just writ, so that you may understand the tale I have told, so that you can feel from your very heart, upon reading these words, the message I wish to convey to every kind reader, that I was a man who lost love many times, who was used, who had to suffer great loss in his childhood, who carried loss around like a good friend, and always wished to find a woman who would cherish him, who would give him as much love as he was willing to give. But upon every try, he found he would give love, and the love back would not be returned. And try his hardest to understand and accept he would, until he found no love was left to give, or his love was taken for something worthless, and the heart he loved gave it love to more than one, and broke his heart. Or those that take love as a game in order to purchase fineries, all those this poet has known, and each has its special place. Whatever crime has been committed in his eyes upon his noble and true heart, and from my heart I speak of its pain and misery throughout this short life of mine. But now I rejoice like no other time, and dear reader, as I put these words down and they are set, I feel tears run down my cheeks from my tearsome eyes, for I have found the love that I've always written about, that I was starting to believe did not exist, but without my mind, soul, and heart, and other pens of better writers than I, a creation of man, of how they wished women to be. And now I tell you that I have found such a woman that excels even me, that excels every word I have written about women and love, a woman whose name beats within my heart and gives me life and love and hope, that has fixed my broken heart and has made me rejoice at all the miseries I have had, for that misery has led me in its way to her, and without walking down this rose-nettled path, I would not get to the beautiful rose that will drain no blood from me, she that I must call out her name, Anarchy, the love of my life, whose name shall ever live on as the only woman who ever gave this man, this poet, the elixir of life, the love supreme, the truest, most loveliest gift ever given to each born every day, shall excel upon all other creations of her kind, and gave this man whose chosen word shall set her name in time, Anarchy, a true woman, who may appear no more than any other if we wish to scale women in such a way, or you may and try to hold a flame to her candle. But I, as the poet, who knows love better than most, who has always seeked a true woman of noble nature, who knows how to love and give love, which to these reading they may scoff and say that this woman and that woman does do this. What scale does he put so highly upon this woman? Why set her so high above? But I tell you, this love I know is greater than that which most men will settle. It is a love that I tell you now, as she has gone back to where she comes from 1,000,000 miles away, that tears my heart apart, that I can say together we are happy, sad we are apart. That since she left my side, that I can no longer live my life, that I am filled with tears every second, that I search where she was to try and find her, that everything that I set my eyes upon reminds me of her, that unbearable pain that few have ever tasted, that love which is greater than the love of I love you, that is so often used and abused, that I love you that is likened to the sand upon the earth rather than the love that I can see, which is the most precious jewel of which only a handful may exist, and about all the world and all the time. That love, that to be out, that to be without it, you cannot live. You feel the part of you is missing, that you are unable to be, that you are physically and emotionally sick, as if it were that your body was struck with a disease. That love which casual readers will say does not exist, or that which they do not know or think they know. But I believe, if every reader did indeed search for it, and had within their hearts the capacity to give and receive that love, we would live in such a blessed place. But I know only too well, from the experience of my 34 years alive, of the true nature of the hearts of which I speak of as good, but nevertheless that do not have the capacity to give and receive, or even find or seek to find, this love that I, this fair poet, of no great intellect or great skill, has put his whole life in order to find. My very life has been in order to find this love, and now, dear readers, I have found that love, and her name is Anarchy, and made her upon seeing her my wife, and soon shall we be together, and this pain I now feel of this separation that kills me and leaves me unable to do any such thing shall pass, and we shall look back upon this great 3 weeks we spent in each other's company together as a blessing and only the beginning of this most wonderful dream we are set to undertake.